no way we can take spirituality later at any stage, especially in the beginning initial days where we are in. Even in the advanced stage also, even for any reason also, we just take it light, then we will just slip away from that great heights, etc. And then why allow all that when the chosen goal is so sublime and beautiful, and the rewards that we get when we reach to that goal is so beautiful, then why not be careful in doing definitely exactly what is to be done? Why not be careful in avoiding whichever is an obstruction, self created obstruction on this path? So, that is the purpose idea of whatever is discussed is so far. So, may the Lord make us in this way deeply introverted in terms of clarity of the goal, deeply introverted in terms of sadhanas to be done, deeply introverted in terms of the obstructions, the negative traits to be removed to ensure that sadhana is beautifully happening. Like a company has to work smoothly, the goal, the objectives, and the means, and they also see where it is the thing going on wrong, so it is corrected. So to a mechanic, car has to smoothly run. So he makes all the things required and he also knows what are the glitches or niches because of which there is some problem in the car. है कि नहीं? उसको एडजस्ट करना होता है। पेट्रोल लीक हो रहा है, ऑयल लीक हो रहा है, हवा चला जा रहा है या कोई क्लच में गियर में प्रॉब्लम से राइट. In the same way, a sports team, mano, not only the players are trained to play beautifully, but where are the places where each one as an individual or total as a team is lacking or weak? And some things have to be eliminated only. Like a cricket, good batsman, very aggressive, but aggressiveness cannot work everywhere. So that thing has to be changed in him according to the play format. Other one is very defensive player, but that is not always sufficient. Some plays you have to be aggressive. So the ability to drop, ability to change, ability to improve upon, ability to add the new thing, and already doing best thing done in a better way. So this is how in every aspect of the world that is done everywhere. Indian defense system. You have to go on improving it. You can't just say कि हो चुका है. No, 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 no. So too, in doing so, whatever which are not required, which are outdated, whichever policies हो सकते हैं, examination हो सकते हैं, कुछ भी, we are not suitable now. We have to change. Like the constitution also, it has to get amended. That's it. The times change. Same way, in the sadhana kala, we have to be very conscious about all these things. Ha 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 ha. May the Lord give us the one thing which is followed by all the things automatically. And that one thing is our sincerity for the ultimate goal. बस ये एक मिल गया ना, बाकी सब अपने आप ही आ ही जाते हैं. So let us try today to study our Shastras of Aitareya Upanishad, of our Yoga Darshanam and Mandukya Upanishad, Gita, also our Bhagavatam, the last chapter of the 10th Skandha, beautiful, and our last few days study of the Bhagavatam. Then our Adhyatma Ramayanam, the Atma Swarupa Lakshanas, how beautiful. Yesterday we saw Just two, three of them. Two more slokas are there. Let us revel in them. So our whole day this way is well planned, and as it was discussed so far, while executing also, let us be as perfect as possible on daily basis. Every day we have to improve upon. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya Om Nitaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishajeva Varoginam गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वरजीवविवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणेव प्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगति विश्वशान्ति एकता सामरस्य कल्याणपुरोभिवृद्धि अस्मिन् कर्मणि निष्ठितानां धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्री ऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेयारण्यकान्तर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्यशङ्करभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणम् ॐ मनस्तावतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्चटा शरदिन्दुनिभाभाति तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम् ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य माणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि अऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Spend 1 minute in the chanting of 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th mantra. Om Saikshada Katham nu idam madhrute syaditi Saikshada Katharena prapadya iti Saikshada yadi vacha bhivyavrutam yadi Pranena vipranitam yadi chakshusha drustam yadi Shrotrena shrutam yadi tvacha sprushtam yadi मनसाध्यातं यदि अपानेन अभ्यपानितं यदि शिष्णेन विसृष्टम् अथ कोऽहमिति स एतमेव सीमानं विदार्य एतया द्वारा प्रापद्यता सा एषा विद्युतिर्नामद्वाः तदेतन्नान्दनन्तस्य त्रय आवसथाः त्रयः स्वप्नाः अयमावसथोऽयमावसथोऽयमावसथ इति स जातः भूतानि अभिव्यैक्यत किमिह अन्यं वावदिशदिति स एतमेव पुरुषं ब्रह्म तत मम पश्यतु इदम् अदर्शम् इति तस्मादिदन्द्रो नाम इदन्द्रो ह वै नाम तमिदन्द्रं सन्तम् इन्द्र इति आचक्षते परोक्षेण परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः simple looking beautiful Upanishad it is. The trick and knack of this Upanishad, if we can catch it, it will be a simple way to touch the truth in the understanding and in experience through meditation. The summary of what is in so far is in it the whole creation, that divinity who is beyond the creation is all permeated. From our vicinity or vision, when we keep away the creation, we recognize him. That is the whole purpose of what we are studying इन ए डिफरेंट यूनिक मैनर, इन्हें ड्रामा के रूप में थोड़ा सा यहाँ सृष्टि से पहले भगवान अकेले थे, तो उन्होंने सोचा लोगों को बनाऊं। बनाने के बाद उनको लगा कि लोक प्रोटेक्ट करना है तो लोकपाल चाहिए। तो लोकपाल को करने के लिए दिन होलसेल ही मेड अ विराट पुरुष। फ्रॉम दैट ही मेड ऑल द लोकपाल देवतास। Then they fell into samsara and he put the hunger to them. Then they said, put us in such place where we stay and have the food eaten. Then he brought the cow and horse, etc. They didn't like. Manusha he brought. They said, Sukrutam bata. Then he said, फिर wait क्यों? जाओ घुसो अंदर. So all of them took their own respective positions. Now they say Annam. Then he brought out the Annam. Then they were so excited to eat it. Nobody could eat with any of their faculties. Then finally, the Pranapana Sanghata consumed the food, which has started nurturing, nourishing them, etc. This all is one aspect. The latest thing which we are studying from last 2 3 days is what? ये तो बन गया कार्य करना संघात. But the three questions. How can they sustain without me? Me having entered what I have to do? How to enter? So, Madhrute Katham Nusyat, that is being discussed exhaustively. How can they be without me? Example of the Raja Purajana Purapalaka, or Raja, not Purajana Purapalaka, the Suta Magada Vandi Gana, the Bali and Stuti which are done by the Praja or anybody in that Nagara, they do it for the Puraswami, the Raja. If he is not there, not only they stop playing it, slowly they get extinct also. So, from this, what is the lesson learned? All our faculties, their functioning abilities are for the divinity, not to forget the divinity. Okay. First thing is they prove the existence of divinity. Second, when these faculties are rightly used through sadhana, these faculties take us near the divinity. Third one, they dissolve themselves in the revelation or realization of the divinity. Therefore, they are there for the Paramatma Prapti only. That we have to mind. In this Upanishad, in this Paroksha Rupena, it is said, in this question answer, Madhrute Kim Nusyat. In the second thing, having entered what I will do, the two things are said. One, from his side, what he does. Two, what we have to do with him. From his side, it is said, I will have the bhoga. Of what? Of all the karmas done and karma phalas received by all the Adhisthana Devatas. Because all of it is for me. And what is your bhoga? Sakshi Rupataya. For this purpose, I will enter inside. Then that Lord who entered, we have to recognize him. And that is in the second question. The same thing. मैं क्या करूँ अंदर वाला प्रश्न का आंसर कि he says कि if each of the faculties are functioning independently, then I will be nowhere in the picture. I am not recognized only. ऐसा कोई बंदा है उसका ये है शक्ति करके nobody knows, which is not fair because I made everything and it is for me I made. And on the other hand, if I enter, then they recognize me. They do it for me. There came that very essential crux thought. He, what is his Lord, therefore has to be recognized by us in our own self as these three things. One, all the Karyakarana Sanghata, he sees them, looks at them as idam. So it includes all those Vyatireka sadhana related things. So all of that is known by him, not him, etc. etc. All the statastha lakshana of the Paramatma. The one who knows every karyakarana sanghata as idam, this is the tatastha lakshana of Paramatma. You understand? This is what was done in the Aitareya Bhruguvalli also, when the Varunaji giving the 5 places, Annam, Pranam, Chakshushrotro, Manovacham, 6 things. Then he told, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, ena jatani jitante, yat jivante the prayer. So in the observation of him, what was the one shortcoming because of which every of Annam Prana were rejected as Brahman was, they were all recognized. They are known as other than. Same thing is said here. Ki the self is that for whom the entire Karyakarana Sanghata is the object of knowledge called as idam. तो मैं जब अंदर जाता हूं तो मुझे वो ऐसे रिकॉग्नाइजिंगे करेंगे कि मैं वो हूं जिनके लिए सब इदम है. I am that for whom all this is idam. So that way they recognize me. So Lord loves us when we recognize him as the Sakshi, the knower of everything as idam. Second is what? Swarupa Lakshan kya hai? Sanneva. What is the word used there? Idam. Second one is sun. Yeah. Piparetu yaha ayam vagadi avyavritadi idam iti veda. Second again, saha san. Sun means sat. Is of the nature of pure existence, not taken any shape and form. Everything in the world is superimposition of name and form on pure existence. That is why everything in the world is existing, but existing as something. That as whatever is superimposition, pure existence is reality. And that pure existence reality, to reach to him, what is the gateway? Gateways is another Swarupa Lakshana. What it is? Ki Vedana Rupa Chaiti is of the nature of consciousness. Therefore, pure existence, pure consciousness, who is just knowing everything as idam when he has to know, that is the self. So, idam rupena Paramatma knows is the first understanding about Paramatma. Paramatma should be experienced as the Satta is the ultimate thing. In between these two, to experience him as Satta, the gateway to catch him is Vedana Rupaha, is pure consciousness, witness, Sakshi. So the Lord is in all of us for us to recognize him and identify with, not to forget. And he has to be recognized in this way, with this paddhati as this way. So he is, for him, everything is idam. He has no ahanta, mamata with anything. And he himself is Satta Swarupakaha, he himself is Vedana Swarupaha. Up to this, second topic is over. Now, third one is what? See, now I have to enter. Then, Katham Prapadyata, the third Ikshana he has done. So, the two possibilities of entries are one is through the Prapada Marga, second is Murdhana Marga. Prapada Marga, all my servants are entering. All these Adhisthana Devatas, etc. How can I enter through that? Like the Raja and other servants. So many examples we saw yesterday. Pilot enters in different way. और the driver का जो entry होता है बस वगैरह में तो दूसरी जगह से आते हैं लारी वगैरह में. In hundreds of examples we gave yesterday. So then, if he doesn't want to enter through the ordinary common marga, through which all the devatas have entered called as Prapada marga, then where he will enter through Parisheshyat. Parishesha, जो क्या बचा है भाई दूसरा एक ही है ना. That is why अनयोः कतरेण मार्गेण इदं कार्यकरणसङ्घातलक्षणं पुरं प्रपद्येय इति एवमीक्षित्वा न तावत् मद्भृत्यस्य प्राणस्य मम सर्वार्थाधिकृतस्य प्रवेशमार्गेण प्रपदाभ्याम् अधः प्रपद्ये किं तर्हि पारिशेष्यात् अस्य मूर्धानं विधार्य मैं इसके सर तोड़कर अंदर घुसूंगा अस्य मूर्धानं विधार्य प्रपद्येयम् इति लोके इव ईक्षित कार्य है ना। कब जरूरत पड़ती है प्रेसिडेंट प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनाने के लिए रास्ता तोड़ फोड़ भी करते हैं। डोंट यू सी दे डू ऑल दैट। You know, 2 days 3 days back I was listening some news, some MLA, he was called by the public government कि we want to expand that road for the thing कि your father's samadhi is there en route। क्या करें? That was such a wonderful fellow. He said remove it। Great, no? He had no hesitation। In the interest of the society required है तो निकाल दो। Not like this one funny religion is there। पूरा दुनिया सत्यानाश है इन नालायकों के कारण। भूमंडल is suffering so much। You can't touch anything। They make whole thing Kavastan only। Nothing can be touched। Then the whole crowd will shout। Very what a murkhata at its height with fanaticism। You understand? तो भगवान ने कहा आई विल एंटर थ्रू द हेड पार्ट बट वो बंद है तो क्या विदारिया। So that it shows कि we have to break open all the shells from within to eject out to infinite, just like the Lord has broken up the shell from outside for his entry inside। है ना। अच्छे धर्म का आध्यात्मिकता का शेल्स को ब्रेक करके ही हम अधर्म और पाप मार्ग में चले जाते। दैट इज अ नॉन पॉजिटिव वे ऑफ गोइंग। पॉजिटिवली आल्सो by breaking the shells of the adharma and papa and samsara to the dharma and punya adhyatmika sadhana, we have to eject out. Both are shells only and you have to work hard to break them। Sometimes from the higher to lower, the shell is lighter, easy to be broken। बट फ्रॉम द लोअर टू द हायर आने में ना वो तगड़ा शेल बना के हम रखते हैं, इसलिए तोड़ने में टाइम लगता है। So this we can learn from it। Now in this verse number 12, we have seen the meaning. Now we have to study it just through the Bhashya 5 minutes। What is the mantra? पहले एक बार पढ़ लो। सह एतमेव सीमानं विधार्य एतया द्वारा प्रापद्यता सा एषा विद्रुतिर्नामद्वाः तदेतन्नान्दनं तस्य त्रय अवसथाः त्रयस्वप्नाः अयमावसथोयमावसथोयमावसथ इति। First thing is the great, grand, glorious, beautiful entry of the Lord through the Simanam by doing the Vidaranam of it। Okay. That door is called as a Vidruti। Having entered through that, the Lord is managing the whole show। Therefore, that entry of the Lord, the door, all of them are Ananda Swarupa। The Lord who has entered inside has taken up 3 headquarters and is going through 3 planes of experience। Taya avastaha traya swapnaha। So how many thoughts in this shloka? One, Simanam Vidarya Pramadhyata। Second, that name of that Dwara। Third is because Paramatma entered through that gateway becomes source of bliss or happiness for the jiva when he ejects out of it। Within the body he remains, goes through the other lower holes outside. He only in the dukkha and misery, not in the ananda sthiti. Third one. Fourth one is what? He has got I've entered three headquarters to stay and three avasthas to go through. So the three headquarters to stay up to this is okay. But the moment three avasthas he has to go through, when it comes, then he has fallen to the level from the witnessing Paramatma to the Jiva. Even while going through three avasthas, if he recognizes the common fourth avastha permeating in all the three, then also he is liberated, not bound. Of this mantra, what Bhashyakara says, let's see. Same thing we have studied. What we discussed is Bhashya. No. Saha Srashta Ishvaraha. Okay, that's Srashta, the creator Ishvaraha. Etam Eva, this alone. What is that? Murdha Simanam. Murdha means pura head. Simanam means the in between exactly central portion. Kesha Vibhaga Avasanam. Kesha Vibhaga Avasanam. Where Kesha from that portion, one side go in one direction, other is the other direction, naturally. And that portion centrally dividable part is there in everyone. That is called as Kesha Vibhaga Avasanam. इसको इस पोर्शन को एग्जैक्टली सेंटर सबका टच करने से पता भी चलता है और उसका सेंट्रल you can touch it any time when you touch it. No, it appears little soft also, and you can see some fluid touching the hand. Any number of times you do, it is soft. There is some fluid touching. So that Kesha Vibhaga Avasanam Murtha Simanam Ko Vidarya. What is the meaning of Vidarya? Chidram Krutva. जितना जगह चाहिए फॉर हिज एंट्री उतना थोड़ा छिद्रम छेदन करके होल और हैलो मेड एतया द्वारा मार्गेण थ्रू दिस द्वारा मार्ग इमम लोकम दिस वर्ल्ड ही एंटर्ड of what Karyakarana Sangatam. The Karya, the Stula body, the Karana, the Antakaranam. ये तो assembly है उसको प्रापद्यता he has obtained means pravivesha means entered pravivesha. So Bhagavan has entered inside. So all of them are the explanations of prakriyas only for us to make us remember or understand the presence of Bhagavan. देखो सच भी हो सकता है ये झूठ भी हो सकता है लेकिन सच मानना पड़ेगा बिकॉज श्रुति माता से having manna padega that it is such that this is how the Lord entered in it, but that is not at all purpose because that is not going to give moksha. The purpose is recognizing the Lord in ourselves. That is ultimate. Therefore, in such discussions, we should never be trapped. That's called Moha Maya. What is Moha Maya? Getting trapped in non-essentials. जस्ट लाइक निकला गाड़ी लेके कहीं जा रहा है सडनली किसी के साथ हल्का सा टक्कर भी नहीं हुआ दे स्टार्टेड फाइटिंग ओनली दिस मोह माया बिकॉज इट्स नॉट एसेंशियल यू आर ऑन ए जॉब विद ए क्यूट स्माइल सॉरी ब्रदर नेक्स्ट टाइम आई विल बी केयरफुल करके 2 सेकंड में निपट कर आगे जाना चाहिए whole life we waste only because of our giving value importance to non-essentials in the family. Yeah, get the money, get the things properly, live a comfortable life, love each other, help each other. Any other issues of extreme likes or dislikes or the dominations or ownerships or too much of expectations or arguments, they're all the ones non-essentials and they are the ones which are spoiling the maja of life. Non-essentials caring. So these are all details given to us. But then essential is Paramatma Prapti. याद रखना. नहीं तो हम वहीं भटकते अटकते लटकते रहेंगे. Eating food in the hotel is important, not discussing with that cooks वगैरह, मैनेजर वगैरह, बैरर वगैरह. तुमने ऐसा क्यों बनाया, वैसा क्यों नहीं बनाया, तुमको बनाना नहीं आता, ऐसा बनाओ. There are some people who are fond of all that. They are bent upon discussing things with the people, not actually doing the main thing to do. कर लो बस, खाना खा लो, निकल जाओ यहाँ से. In the same way, Paramatma Prapti is the goal. So he has entered. Chidram Krutvam Etaya Dvara means Margena. Imam Lokam means Karyakarana Sanghatam. Prapadyata means Pravivesha. He has entered. Okay. Sa Yam. He Prasiddha Dvaha. And this is the very famous important Dvara. Murdhni. है ना? On the head. Which is the Dwaram? Taila adi dharana kale. When one is applying the oil sometimes to the head, dharana kale antaha central portion में तद रसा आदि संवेदनात्. You can see that's rasa samvedana, है ना, एक portion. आप उसको ऐसे जब भी कहा ना मैंने, every place you touch the sensation is different, but exactly that portion you touch different. है ना, लाइक देखो शरीर पूरा, बट देयर इज अ टिपिकल पोर्शन हियर. इफ यू टच इट यू नो इट इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. दैट इज यहाँ पॉइंट ब्लैंक में लगाकर पिस्टल को वो ब्लैकमेल करते हैं. एनीवेयर दे कैन डू, बट हियर समथिंग इज देयर हियर. Physiologically what it is I have not studied, but kuch. Same way on the Murdhni Bhaga also there is some portion. Okay, Taila Dharadi Kale Antaha Tad Rasadi Samvedana. You can see the rasa samvedana of it. Its softness to touch, in the wetness also to touch, little cool also to touch. It is to be heated up through meditation to eject out of it. ये है द्वार जहां से परमात्मा सटली उसको ओपन करके ही एंटर, नॉट ग्रॉसली. ग्रॉसली तोड़कर नहीं एंटर करते. He entered through that. Okay. Sa yam prasiddha dvaha murdi tailadi dharana kale antat tadrasadi samvedana. Paramatma entered there. That is an important dwara. That's all. Sa esa vidrutihi. And what is the name of the door? Vidrutihi. नाम दिया है जैसे कोई कोई स्टार्ट करते हैं वन एनी कंपनी और शॉप, वहाँ बाहर वो बोर्ड में लिखते हैं, वो पलक लगाते हैं ना, सो एंड सो इज इनॉग्रेटेड फॉर द सेक ऑफ द सोसाइटी बाय सो एंड सो मिनिस्टर और एमएलए. ये दोनों चीजें होते हैं. किस तीन चीजें, किसने बनवाया, किसने इनॉग्रेट किया, किसने डोनेट किया. शिलाफलकम कहते हैं उसको, द्वार पे होता है. So here also, and sometimes name is given. इस द्वार का एक नामकरण हुआ. सा एषा विद्रुति ही द्वार. नेम इज विद्रुति इज इट्स नेम. वही विदारितत्वात् विद्रुतिर नाम प्रसिद्धा द्वाहा. विदार विदारितत्वात्, बिकॉज वो विदारण किया गया है परमात्मा, भाई परमात्मा टू एंटर. विदारण किया गया इसलिए उसका नाम है विद्रुति द्वार. That's it. You only to keep in our mind to become aware of that point. And slowly from the Mooladhara rising, 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 through that to eject out. It's a reminder. ना एग्जिट द्वार बताते हैं वहां से बाहर जाने के लिए. लिखा नहीं तो वी आर कंफ्यूज, कौन सा एग्जिट है, कौन सा बाथरूम है, कौन सा ग्रीन रूम है, कौन सी एंट्रेंस है. उसे बोर्ड लगाना जरूरी होता है. बोर्ड इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट नाउअडेज एवरीवेयर. इसलिए हर 2 किलोमीटर बोर्ड दिखते हैं आपको, लेफ्ट जाओ ये गांव है, राइट जाओ गांव है, सीधा वो है. तो यार ऑल्सो है विद्रुति द्वार है ये भैया. यहाँ से परमात्मा ने एंट्री लगाई and he became jiva. For him to get moksha, he'll just have to come out of this same entrance. If he goes through the other entrance, he'll continue as samsari only. सा एषा विद्युतिः विदारितत्वात् विद्युतिर्नाम प्रसिद्धा द्वाहा. Now, next word in that is what? Vidruti ka naam bata diye. Tad etat nandanam. This has to be explained. This much today we will see. The remaining we'll do tomorrow. Ki itarani tu shrotradi dwarani. The other entrances of ears, eyes, nose, etc. Bhrutyadi sthaniya sadharana margatvat. They are all having the Bhrutyadi sadhana marga of the feet, etc. Na samruddhini. They are not samruddha, sufficient enough. For what? Na ananda hetuni. Not the hetu or giver of the ananda. These other margas. There is some little pleasure, maybe there. Ticklings of senses. Idam tu dwaram. But this Vidruti Nama Dwara Parameshwarasya eva kevalasya. It is only exclusively belongs to Parameshwara. Iti tad etat nandanam. Because of that, it is nandanam. What is nandanam? Nandanam. Nandanam eva nandanam. Everything related to the VIPs is always of the higher happiness. Is it not? जैसे हमारे MP लोग रहते हैं, MP महापुरुष लोग you just go and see their houses. Nandanasya, the entry, the park outside, and the main house you enter, वहाँ जो visitors rooms, interview कराने वाले room और अंदर जाओ तो their own personal rooms and all. Everything in the अंदर. बिजली 24 घंटे, पानी 24 घंटे, काम करने वाले 24 घंटे. नंदनम. They are representative of that whole state and whatever they are doing great work. तो उनको सब दिया जाता है. नंदनम. In the same way, other indriyas have the lower dwara entry, therefore they are not really the giver of anand. But ये तो परमेश्वर का एंट्री का स्थान है, इसलिए आनंद देने वाला है. So idam tu dwaram parameshwarasya eva kevalasya iti. Paramatma alone has entered through this dwara. Therefore, tadetat nandanam. Nandanam eva nandanam. Okay, don't get confused. Nandan is the dairghyam chandasam. So, nandaram iti dairghyam chandasam. So, nandanam. Dekho, word is nandanam. But we are habituated to utter it by adding the word a. Therefore, we are familiar only Ananda word, but Ananda is not actual word. Samantat Nandaha. Nanda is the main word. Nandati Nandati. हमको तो आनंद का अर्थ पता है, हमको नंद का अर्थ पता नहीं. एक्चुअली नंद इज द मेन वर्ड, नॉट आनंद. असमानता हमेशा मजा में रहता है, इसलिए आ ऐड कर दी तो आनंद हो गया. सो यहाँ आ को खा लिए और दीर्घ किया बिकॉज ऑफ छांदसम. So instead of saying Nandanam, it is said Nandanam. So one is Dwara, second is that is Simana Dwara, third is it is named as Vidruti, and in that only there is Nandanam or Ananda. So Nandati Anena Dwarena Gatva Parasmin Brahmani iti. Very simple. From this Dwara, having gone out and merged in the all-pervading Parabrahma, the inner Jiva becomes Ananda Yukta. That is why it is called also the Nandanam. Nandati Anena Dwarena Gatva Parasmin Brahmani iti. Therefore, the two names. है ना, विदारण करके अंदर गए भगवान, इसलिए विद्रुति is the name. Whoever goes out of it, they merge in Brahman and become Ananda Yukta. That is why it is called as Nandana. By saying so, if you want to have the Ananda or a bliss, you have to consciously pull yourself out of this Murdhri Vaga, this Sahasrara it is called as. Okay. So, second topic is discussed. First is entry through the Simanam Vidarya. Second is it is given two names. Because of the functioning of allowing the Brahman to enter, therefore Vindruti. Anybody inner jiva lives through this path, they reach to Brahman and Ananta. Therefore, it is given Nandana name. Yoga. Now the third one, it has got three headquarters to stay, three planes to go through. What is all that? We'll just try to study it tomorrow. उसका होने के बाद now the Bandha Moksha Charcha will happen in the last two mantras. Then Bhagwan Adi Shankara's huge Bhashya before he takes up second Adhyaya. Very powerful, very beautiful. We'll see tomorrow. Sorry for the initial hiccups. आगे बंद करके फिर ठीक किया तो it has become okay. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. In this elaborate lengthy discussion following the Bhashya, what we achieved is becoming familiar about the Karyakarana Sanghata, having created the Lord alone entered to Murdhanam, and inside, if he does this, it is called Jivan Mukti. If he does this, it is called Bandhanam. The Jivan Mukti is when he knows everything objectively as Idam and knows himself as Satyad Chit. The Bandhanam is taking three headquarters when he goes through three planes of experience. इन चीजों को ऐसा पढ़ाते हैं. ये वाला उपनिषद इसका अलग ही टेक्निक है. Continue tomorrow.